We're going to talk about 7 financial principles that school does not teach us. And I dislike that so much. I just wanted to bring it to light and talk about it because I think it's really important. Getting right into the video, the first one is future planning. So let me tell you a story. I had a teacher in high school. Called Miss Berry, and she was probably like one of the best teachers I've had. And she was my econ teacher. I don't know if this is like too name droppy. And she was actually a really good teacher. She taught economics, but she was really passionate about like teaching us how to manage our money, teaching us how to future plan. So much so that she gave us an end of the year project called Budget Project. So we had a senior budget project, and it was kind of like estimating like, okay, post college, like what sort of jobs are we getting, like what is that job making us, like how are we living, all that stuff. She was really just passionate about teaching us how to like handle money and plan for our future. And that was like the first time I realized that like, this lady is going above and beyond what she should be doing, because school doesn't set it up for us to like learn that. And like if you look in the curriculum of what she was teaching, she like wasn't supposed to be going this in depth in like how she was teaching us. And the stuff that she taught me was definitely a huge catalyst in like me deciding like I want to have a financially secure future and I don't want to like mess around. That was the first thing. That was the first catalyst. That's so sad that school doesn't teach us anything about, post college, pre-retirement, like all that 40 years of working. The second thing that school doesn't teach us is how to deal with taxes. And I know like the fact of the matter is like if school taught taxes, a lot of kids probably wouldn't be interested in learning it anyways. But I think they should make an effort to teach about taxes, because that's like something that like could be such a useful skill for a certain amount of different people. And it could also be something that would inspire a career. I remember a couple years ago, my family did taxes with this guy named Shanabi Dropped, because this one is a bad story, and he just was not good. And I won't get too much into the detail, but we went through like hell to figure those taxes out. He was just not a good guy. He didn't cooperate very well. It was just horrible like experience. So like, man, I was thinking throughout the entire process, like if I knew more about taxes, like maybe I could help my parents. And that was just something where like initially I was like, hey, I wish school taught more about this. But then I was like, no, I actually want to take accountability and learn more about this. And that's what I've been doing. The third thing is home economics. There is a subject in every single Nigerian like college and high school called home economics. And it's literally how to be someone who can run a home, how to be someone who can manage a home, how to be someone who can have a home. I feel like America doesn't do finance economics. That's like teaching job training, resume building, negotiation, networking, proper presentation skills. We lack that so much. Time value of money is also something else that school doesn't teach. I was fortunate enough that I had in my 4 years of high school a professor, well, I guess not a professor, a teacher in ROTC when I was in ROTC, who regularly made us present. And that was like such an impactful period in my time, because I learned how to do presentation really well. The fourth thing is entrepreneurship and the reality that you can do it, that it's not just something people do. My parents actually growing up were entrepreneurs, but I always saw that and I was like, wow, that's really cool how they have all this freedom, how they can do this. But I just never actually like thought that I would dive into that. When it clicked in my head that, dude, you can do this, like, and you can do like your own breed of entrepreneurship. You can do stuff that you're interested in. Like that was a major changer. That was a huge unlocking principle, huge moment in my life. And I wish school actually taught students that they can do entrepreneurship and freelance as a part of a career. The fifth thing that I wish school really made an effort to teach students about was credit card. It's insane how important it is in our society, especially in America, because it's like one of those things where it's been so institutionalized that if you don't figure it out, your life is going to be completely screwed. But if you do figure it out, your life becomes like so much more easier, because it's set up for you to technically like fail, but you can win. There's like so many things you can do. So I think it's something that I think school should teach. And just the fact that they don't teach it's so sad and honestly kind of crazy, because they have the money to teach that. That shouldn't discourage us from actually taking time to learn that ourselves and put that into our own hearts to learn all about we can do, because it's our money that they're dealing with. So we should learn how to like be masters at the game of our money. The sixth is a six, yeah. The sixth thing that it's just terrible that school doesn't teach is investing and building wealth. And this is not just like kind of like do this and do that, but like actually taking time to teach students how to like tangibly do this. It's like an important thing because like no, and you can't work till like you're 100. You can't work till you die. Like at least most people don't plan on. And it's like such an incredible thing that school misses to teach, because it's like, man, if school taught this, like people would be so much more better off. But again, like every point in here, just because they're not teaching that doesn't mean that we can't learn it. The seventh thing that's really a tragedy that school doesn't teach about is the fact that you can have an alternative career that pays really, really well, but that doesn't follow the system, or that you don't have to spend thousands of dollars in getting a degree for. For example, you can go to trade school, you can be a business owner, you can go to vocational school, you can be a smasher of the like button, you can get into sales, you can be a certified programmer, earn certificates from Google. They have tons of program for that. You could be a pilot. And I know pilot is very expensive, like pilot training is very expensive, but a lot of people like want it so badly that they start figuring out how to save up money to do that. Like that's something that interests them, but because they don't know anything about how to get in there, like they don't know how to actually start doing it. You know, you can be a real estate agent. I remember when I was like getting in college, I had a friend of mine and they were like a real estate agent. They were like 18 and real estate agents. And I remember like they were selling like houses, like 500, $800,000 houses, and they were making like a 20, 30K commission or something like that. I can't remember exactly what the number was, but I remember like everyone like that, it was in our like friend circle. I remember like we were looking at her with 20 to 30K for like houses that are for like 600 to 1.5 million that she was able to sell. And we were like, this girl is amazing. Like she's a boss lady. And the funny actually part is she ended up going to college and doing that real estate, and she's doing it now. And she's just saving up like more money so that when she graduates from college, she can start buying into real estate. She can get her own like brokerage firm and all that stuff. She has a great plan going on with that. And that's like something that a lot of people don't know, like that you can do. And obviously, like she didn't have to go to college, but like no one tells you that, you know? And obviously she chose to go to college, but if someone didn't want to go to college and just want to do the real estate part, like the fact of the matter is they can do it. And I think that's such a tragedy that we hide that from kids in school. So yeah, future planning, taxes, self-economics, entrepreneurship and freelancing, credit cards, investing and building wealth, and also like alternative careers that don't follow the system. Those are the 7 things that school doesn't teach kids these days. Bye.